Hi guys, welcome back to the Daily Dreamer. So I was gonna do, and I still might, but today I gotta tell you about this dream that I had last night, and it was crazy. I've been having some crazy dreams, but this particular one happened to be about, I guess, a landlord, if you will, someone who was trying to rent a house out. As I'm walking down this alley, and I happen to be looking for a different house to go play in. I didn't want to rent or buy. I was going to go play. But I happened to look down the alley, and there was a house for rent. I was like, ooh, let's go take a look at this house. And as I approached the house, I happened to get up to the garage door. And the garage door right next to it was filled with, like, old items from the house, like old pulled up, ripped up carpet, terrible mattresses, box springs, dirt, garbage, as if someone got evicted. It was a very dirty place. The landlord seemed obviously like a one of those slumlords that doesn't really do anything to pick up after himself, because this was years and years and years of manifested dirt and grime and whatnot. It was just horrible, and I thought, who on earth would ever want to rent a place like this if no one's going to change anything in this house? I mean, I would never want to see anything like that. But as I got to the place, I happened to see that there was a long line of people wanting to rent this nasty place. And so I approached one of them, and I conveyed a thought: why are you in line to this horrible place? Obviously, the landlord isn't going to change anything about it, so why do you want to rent this place? And it was told to me that, well, that's just what they're used to. There was no sense, no wanting to change. No one knew how to change. What did I mean by bringing up the word change? So there was a long line of people that didn't really want to change. So they were okay with what they were going to try to apply to get. Wow, absolutely crazy, right? So what's the dream mean? I don't know. Let's go find out, shall we? Hey guys, how are those New Year's resolutions working out for you? How many of you have already given up? How many of you said, well, I'll just worry about it next week, next month, next year? How's that going? I know mine so far have been wonderful. I've been able to meet some of mine, but I'm working on it just like my husband is working on his each and every day. And that's the key right there, folks, each and every single day. Want to hear something? They say that the most direct way to make a profound and lasting change in our life is to cultivate one singular daily practice. You pick one practice and you work on it each and every single day. One habit to establish, and you make it your absolute intention to do that one thing each and every single day, no matter what, and without beyond looking at today. So you don't look any further than just today, because you can go on saying that you are going to get this done next week, next month. Maybe you're afraid of failure, so you just keep putting it off. How do you even start something that you're not used to? It's a whole big change of habit. How do you change your mindset? How do you change things for the better for yourself? How do you reach those resolutions? Well, you pick one thing to do every single day, and you make sure you do it without fail each and every single day. You make it your absolute intention to do that one thing, if that is the only thing that you accomplish in one day. Okay, and that is how you change your thoughts and your beliefs and your patterns for yourselves. You start establishing these healthy habits, if you will, these beautiful mindsets that aren't so stuck in the negative. One thing each and every day. If you're tired of hearing the negative, then change that one thing each and every day. Think about this. You can go on saying and doing and resolving all day long until the cows come home. But in the end, you still have to live your life like each and every one of us on this planet, one day at a time. So how about, instead of deciding that you're going to give up, maybe say your resolution was to give up sugar for a year, all right? Instead of resolving that, just go for today. with no sugar. Because surely anyone can virtually do anything, even if it is just for one day. And if you can do this and have this take on things, then, well, it's that attitude and that perspective that's going to enable you to be able to make progress towards your goals just for one day. Let me be aware that I don't put sugar in my mouth. Just for one day, let me go ahead and not tell myself such negative things about myself. Just for today. It's that attitude, folks. That's what's going to help you meet your goal one day just for today. If you could do that, you could transform yourself and you can reshape your mind. This is the foundation for your spiritual and your personal growth, folks. This is where we change. Now, we're not going to live in the future by saying, I'm going to quit eating sugar next week. I'm not going to live in the future by saying I'm going to start tomorrow. Oh, just because I'm afraid of failure? No. The fact that we are actually overcoming by saying just for today only, I'm going to be aware that I'm not eating sugar. Just by doing that, we are actually making the future a reality, making it our present. We're actually meeting certain goals and being successful in obtaining them. Because certainly, why? Anyone can do something, even if it is just for one day. And if you are successful at just one thing, make it that one daily thing that you said you were going to change each and every day. Because now, by being successful in that each and every day, we are living it, you're saying it, you're being it, you're doing it. Now, this is where you enter in the practice of it. If you're successful in that each and every day, now understand that you have now established practicing for yourself. Your attention is directing the energy, okay? Your attention accumulates in being aware of things by literally just concentrating on it, because that's what you're doing. You're concentrating on the fact that you're not going to have sugar for today only. And now as you're paying attention to that, now you're paying attention to what you're digesting. And now the force of intention begins to work through us, through our consciousness, because now we're aware. And now the intention is directed towards the focal point created by our attention. Our attention is transforming our intention into manifesting our desire. That is the secret behind manifestation. But really, we don't really manifest anything. We have access to the force that does manifest the things. That force is intention. Intention is what manifests. Intention manifests consciousness, simply choosing what to manifest. Consciousness simply chooses what to manifest from the intention of our desire. There are two aspects in this universe. It is intention and it is consciousness. They are not separate. They are of the same. There are two different aspects to the very same universal dynamic. It's like saying that there are two sides to every coin. Consciousness is the awareness of the universe. It is the intelligence that determines and directs the journey of the creation. But intention is the force that works through the consciousness, making consciousness possible. Intention is the infinite energy and potential of the universe, whereas consciousness is what arises from the dynamics of this force. And it explores all the infinite possibilities that are available to us. Intention is the field of the infinite energy and information containing all possibility. Consciousness is the other side of the intention. Okay, all of creation is simply the byproduct of the creative interplay between the two. And so there's a lot of different possibilities there, because there's a lot of different possibilities of people there and how they get to that side. This reason alone is why there's no right or wrong way back to spirit or back to self. So in giving up and meeting your goals, there's 1,000 different ways to go about doing it. But if you did it each for every single day, once a day, even if it's just once a day, you're transforming something for yourself. You're meeting your goal. You're changing that habit. You're creating something completely positive. We are all different and unique. There is no way that there is one way, right or wrong, back to spirit, back to self, back to how you can change for yourself. We are all different and unique, and we all have different needs and different passions and different missions here on earth. No two practices work for the same two people, except, of course, maybe meditation. But even then, there's 1,000 different ways you can go about meditation. Different styles, different techniques that are more beneficial than others. Whatever works for you. So there's 1,000 different ways to go about getting back to that self. So make a change for yourself, folks. Bring yourself to a higher level of vibration for yourself. Get rid of those negative thoughts one day at a time. Give up sugar one day at a time. Do something for yourself that's going to start creating a habit that's going to allow you to change and become something completely different than where you are currently if you are not happy with where you're at. It is your task in this world to find a technique, a style, a practice that suits you best, that's going to complement your nature, while at the same time meeting the needs for the requirements for the meditation and spiritual practice for here. This reason is why it is the most important thing that you as an individual can do each and every day for yourself. That singular practice, that pursuit, which cultivates your special awareness, your hidden gift, your abilities, and that reveals your passion for your true self, for you. And why? Why should you want to ever change? Because you deserve it. So folks, choose one thing. Change it. One day at a time. Until next stream, guys, thanks so much for joining me, and many blessings to you.